When I get my hands on a budget watch somewhere around $100 before tax, I know that there are shortcuts and shortcomings to expect. There are always some kind of nuances. Well, with this Sugess Moonphase watch, it's really tough to find any of these nuances or shortcomings. Sapphire crystal, great clarity. The lume, it's excellent. Stainless steel. Exhibition case back. And under that exhibition case back, we get a 49-hour power reserve movement. And this is a real Moonphase movement. It's not a gimmick. There's a lot of really nice things about this watch, like even that stone dial. There are so many good things about this watch, I'm having difficulty finding issues with it. Now, this watch here was sent to me by AliExpress, and I'll be doing an unbiased and honest review. Although I've been with the watch for about a week now, and I am getting biased because I really do like it, and I can't see how this watch is being sold for $100 or just over $100 before tax. It is a really solid piece. But anyways, in this review, we'll try to find some negatives or something we don't like about this watch. Okay, we will try. Now, I'll be leaving the affiliate link to this watch in the description below. There you will also find some discount codes, so please use them to get more savings, as well as that check out the cashback challenge. So join my team and get 5 to 10% off this month. So either use the link in the description below or the QR code which is on the screen right now. And now let's dive in and talk about this Sugess, which is awfully good, in my humble opinion. But anyways, we will be objective. If we don't like anything, we're going to talk about it straight away. And now, let's dive in. The Sugess 401 wears with elegant restraint, sitting right in that sweet spot of modern proportions. 41.3mm in diameter, 13.8 thick, and a lug-to-lug length of 48.5mm. The 21mm strap width keeps the stance balanced, and the 5.8mm fluted crown adds just the right touch of classical refinement. Front and center is that remarkable blue sandstone dial, a natural stone surface flecked with reflective particles that shimmer like a midnight sky. The effect is organic, it's not artificial, catching light in subtle bursts as you tilt the watch. It's framed by a narrow fixed bezel and protected by a slight dome sapphire crystal, just enough curvature to create optical depth without any distortion. From the side, the flash brushed flanks meet polished lug hoods through a razor-thin 45-degree chamfer, keeping transitions crisp and deliberate. At 10 o'clock, the left side corrector for the big date display blends seamlessly into the case, while below it, the lip of the screw-down exhibition caseback forms a clean horizontal break. Light dances across these planes, brushed steel, polished edges, and the domed sapphire, sitting on top of the polished fixed bezel, giving this watch quiet visual richness. The lugs hook sharply downward, hugging the wrist and keeping the 48.5mm span compact. On my 6.5-inch wrist, it wears perfectly planted, with no overhangs. On the right flank, we get the polished push-pull crown. It sits just above the Moonphase corrector at 4 o'clock. These details feel deliberately placed, reinforcing Suggess's careful, almost architectural design language throughout the casework. Now, I want to talk about the crown action on this watch as well as the movement, because at the end of the day, this is a Moonphase watch and it's not a gimmick. So we really need to understand what is happening in the engine room of this watch, and that's what we're going to talk about right now. The crown action on the Sugess 401 immediately sets the tone for what this watch is: refined, deliberate, and mechanical in feel. The fluted push-pull crown sitting just above the Moonphase corrector is wide and deeply notched, making it easy to grip and wind. Despite being a non-screw-down crown, the tactile experience is good. You can actually feel the gear train working beneath your fingertips. It's not as glassy smooth as a Seiko NH35, for example, nor as coarse as the Miyota 8 series. Instead, it sits comfortably in that middle ground, a sort of measured resistance, like winding an ETA 2824, where every click feels tight and precise. It gives the impression of quality machining, a sensation that's distinctly upscale for this price. Inside, powering this elegant piece is the Sugess ST2528 automatic movement, and this is where things get fascinating. This caliber is one of the few genuinely integrated Moonphase movements at this price. It's a 29 joule self-winding movement that beats at 21,600 vibrations per hour or 3 Hz and delivers a power reserve of roughly 49 hours. The ST2528 drives a 59-tooth Moonphase wheel. This setup advances the Moonphase indicator once every 24 hours, but the smallest possible increment, 1 tooth per day, resulting in a full lunar cycle of 29.5 days, which mirrors the true synodic period of the moon. Right, let me translate this for you. Basically, we're saying that with this watch, which costs around $100 before tax, we are going to have a deviation of 1 day away from the true cycle of the moon only after 2 years of continuous operation. This is the level of accuracy we're getting with this movement in this watch. Yeah, that's why I'm finding it a bit tough to find nuances with this watch or the movement. While the corrector at 10 o'clock controls the big date mechanism, advancing the twin disc date window precisely 1 increment per press. Okay, potentially if we are going to nitpick, I will say that this strap, there's nothing really wrong with it. It is sort of faux crocodile leather. It does say genuine leather on the bottom here. It is quick release. Everything seems okay, but I guess it could be of slightly better quality. But then what does Sugess do? It actually gives you a black strap. Exactly the same, but this one's blue. It gives you a black strap in the box. So yeah, even here they didn't do badly. Oh, and the buckle clasp, it's actually signed. Yeah, so it's really difficult finding things that are not quite right with this budget stunner. The strap itself is a navy blue padded leather, embossed with a crocodile grain pattern and matching navy stitching. The padding gives it a plush premium feel on the wrist, while the subtle texture keeps it from feeling flat or cheap. On the underside, we find a smooth beige lining stamped with genuine leather, confirming that this is real leather rather than synthetic composite. Let's talk about center stage, because that's why most of us are actually here. So, on the Sugess, the poetry of this piece really comes alive on the dial. The 41mm dial feels expansive, open, and perfectly balanced, not because it's symmetrical in the strictest sense, but because of how it plays with proportion and visual weight. The big date complication sits proudly beneath 12 o'clock. Its twin beveled windows framed in polished chrome. That design choice gives the top half presence, while the small second subdial and Moonphase aperture at 6 anchor the composition below, creating a strong vertical axis. What's clever is the subtle asymmetry introduced by the typography. So on the left, we get the brand name, Sugess, printed in cursive font, while on the right, we get the word Moonphase, and that's quite more formal. It prevents the dial from feeling sterile, lending a natural visual rhythm that feels more like classic Swiss design than budget homage. Around the periphery, you get a printed minute track with Arabic numerals every 5 minutes and small rectangular plots for the hours. Now, loom on a dress piece sounds vulgar, but Suggess's loom work is genuinely impressive. The BGW9 style blue glow lasts well into the night, illuminating the moon, the hands, and even the counterbalance of the second's hand. Okay, so you've seen everything with your own eyes. Tell me in the comments below what you didn't like, and if you already own this watch, also tell me what you don't like about this watch, because for me it's really tough. I actually do like it quite a bit. The fact is, on a dress watch, we're getting loom of this quality. That's insane. Considering we can pick up this watch as low as $100 before tax, and considering we've got the November sales now, what? Probably less than $100 before tax for this watch? I don't know. I've seen so many Pagani designs, Addis dives, Cadisons, Tandorios going at this price or higher, and they're nowhere close in terms of refinement. So check out the affiliate link in the description below, as well as the discount codes, and of course, join the cashback challenge to get 5 to 10% off any purchases on AliExpress. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.